So ayan, good morning po, no? So let's start po the recitation for Bill of Rights, no? So from section 1 to section 22. So tingnan po natin kung hanggang saan po ako aabot, no? So meron po akong dalawang gamit dito. So meron po ako neto and meron po akong isang makapal na scarf, no? So ito po yung gagamitin ko kasi po blindfold nga po. So let's start po. So yun po, ano po makita. Then next po ito. Ano ba to? So yun po, sige po, simulan natin. Let's go. Okay, Bill of Rights section 1. No person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall any person be denied the equal protection of the laws. According to Section 2, the right of the people to be secure in their person, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable researches and seizure of whatever nature and for any purpose shall be inviolable, and no search warrant or warrant of arrest shall issue except upon probable cause to be determined personally by the judge after examination under oath of affirmation of the complainant and the witnesses he may produce, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the person or thing to be seized. According to Section 3.1, the privacy of communication and correspondence shall be inviolable except upon lawful order of the court or when public safety or order requires otherwise as prescribed by law. So number 2, any evidence obtained in violation of this or the preceding section shall be inadmissible for any purpose in any proceeding. Section 4, no law shall be passed abridging the freedom of speech, of expression, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble the petition the government for redress of grievances. Section 5, no law shall be made respecting an establishment or religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, the free exercise and enjoyment religious profession and worship without discrimination or preferential forever be allowed, nor religious test shall be required for the exercise of civil or political rights. Section 6, the liberty of abode and of changing the same within the limits prescribed by law shall not be impaired except upon lawful order of the court. Neither shall the right to travel be impaired except in the interest of national security, except in the interest of national security, public safety, or public health as may be provided by the law. According to Section 7, the right of the people to information on matters of public concern shall be recognized. Access to official records and to documents and papers pertaining to official acts, transactions, or decisions, as well as to government research data used as basis for policy development be afforded the citizen subject to such limitation as may be provided by the law. Section 8, uh, the right of the people, including those employed in the public and private sector, to form unions, association of societies for purposes not contrary to law shall not be abridged. So, yun, section 9, private property shall not be taken for public use without just compensation. Section 10, no law impairing the obligation of contract shall be passed. Section 11, pre-access the courts and judicial bodies and adequate legal assistance shall not be denied to any person by reason of poverty.
Katugag ka maingay, nagre-recitation ako.
Section 12, 1. Any person under investigation for the commission of an offense shall have right to be informed of his right to remain silent and to have competent and independent counsel, preferably of his own choice. If the person cannot afford the service of counsel, he must be provided with the one. These rights cannot be waived except in writing and in the presence of counsel. 2. No torture, force, violence, threat, intimidation, or any other means which vitiate the free will shall be used against him. Secret destination places, solitary incommunication, or other similar forms of detention are prohibited. 3. Any confession and admission obtained in violation of his section 17 hereof shall be inadmissible in evidence against him. 14. The law shall provide for penal and civil sanction for violation of this section, as well as compensation to and rehabilitation of victims of torture or similar practices and their families. Okay po, section 13. All person except those charged with offenses punishable by reclusion perpetua with evidence of guilt is strong shall be before conviction he bailable by sufficient sureties or be released on organizance as may be provided by law. The right to bail shall not be impaired even when the privilege of the right of habeas corpus is suspended. Excessive bail shall not be required. Section 14. No person shall be held to answer for a criminal offense without due process of law. Number 2. In all criminal prosecution, the accused shall be presumed innocent until the contrary is proved, and shall the right to be heard by himself and counsel, to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation against him, to have a speedy, impartial, and public trials, to meet the witnesses face to face, and to have compulsory process to secure the attendance of witnesses and the production of evidence in his behalf. However, after arrangement, trial may proceed, notwithstanding the absence of the accused, provided that he has been duly notified and his failure to appear injustifiable. Section 15. The privilege of the right of habeas corpus shall not be suspended except in cases of invasion of rebellion when the public safety requires it. Section 16. All persons shall have the right to a speedy disposition of their cases before all judicial, quasi-judicial, or administrative bodies. Okay, section 17. No person shall be compelled to be a witness against himself. Section 18. 1. No person shall be detained solely by reason of his political beliefs and aspiration. Number 2. 2, di ko na alam. So, yun po. That's all for the recitation, no? So, yun lang po. Maraming salamat. God bless.